Well, in no time at all, most of us will get that notice that open enrollment is underway for health insurance. Today, we're going to learn about one option that's a little different than what you're familiar with, maybe, but it could be just what you're looking for. I'm joined by Jen Patterson, the Vice President of Business Development with InHealth Mutual, along with Alex White, a strength and conditioning coach with Peak Human Performance. So welcome to you both.
Thank you for having us.
Jen, I mentioned InHealth Mutual is a little different, so explain to us what that means.
Sure. InHealth was designed to inject access, innovation, and competition into the marketplace. And what that means for us is with our robust statewide network, our members have access to high-quality health care at the right place at the right time. And it also means that we are bound to create innovative responses to our members' needs so that they're really in the driver's seat of their health care. And then as an alternative to traditional insurance companies, we're really putting more competition in the marketplace, and we think over time that'll help us lower costs.
And what is a health insurance co-op, actually?
Sure. We're the only co-op in Ohio. We were built for Ohioans by Ohioans, and it stands for a consumer-operated and oriented plan. You could think of us like a credit union for health insurance.
So how is that for somebody listening than a traditional health insurance?
Sure. We're a nonprofit, so by design, we put any profits that we do achieve back into our mission. So we are lowering members' premiums, we're enhancing their benefits, we're looking to really drive down the cost of care. And then we're a mutual, so not only do our members have a say, they are going to drive the bus. So starting in January, 51% of our board of directors will be policyholders. And then finally, we are very much focused on health and wellness and prevention, not just sickness and disease.
And you mentioned prevention, a very big part of what you guys focus on. So from the perspective of an insurance company, what does that mean?
It means that we're really set up to create innovative programs that respond to our members' needs so that they're not just focused on the long-term chronic diseases that they might be facing. They're focusing on what they can do now to impact their health and wellness or preventing a chronic disease in the first place.
Which we all want to do, right? Isn't that the goal?
Absolutely.
Okay, so speaking of prevention as well, you have this training camp coming up for high school athletes.
Yes.
Does somebody have to be a member of InHealth?
No, absolutely not. It is open to all high school athletes. And actually, Alex is here today from Peak Human Performance to talk about their involvement in that program and what to expect that day.
That's right. Alex, you're going to be leading the camp called BAM Training Camp. So what does that stand for?
So BAM is body action and mechanics. And what we're looking to do is bring along a series of different foundation movements for young athletes to help them identify in themselves the key components necessary to being efficient movers, to help them understand when and where it's appropriate from a nutrition standpoint, what they should eat before and after exercise, how they should be stretching, the different types of stretches from correctives to pre-workout, so different sorts of information like that.
Let's get the when and where out there right now so people know, because it is next weekend, right?
That's correct. We'll be together on September 19th at Dublin Kaufman Park, and we'll be meeting at 8:30 a.m. and we'll run until about 11:30 a.m.
So you talk about some of the things that they'll be learning, but how exactly does the camp run then throughout the day?
So when the kids first come in, obviously we'll do roll call, we'll get everybody in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start everybody out with a warm-up. And through the warm-up, we use that as a screening tool. The screening tool is going to help us identify factors where athletes are at risk for potential injury. One of the most common injuries that we see are ACL. So we can look at how an athlete moves, and very quickly through a basic alignment of series, or through a basic series of structural alignment issues, we can predispose an athlete for risk of injury and then start to identify those issues.
You probably see a lot of kids that don't even realize one simple movement that they keep doing is going to put them at risk, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We get it all the time. So we actually work a lot with high school, middle school athletes who come with pre-existing conditions or injuries. So they might have issues, things that can be prevented, and most often it starts with mobility, teaching them how to stretch appropriately, and then after that teaching them how to move efficiently.
And that's a lot of what you do in general, right, at Human Performance.
Yeah.
Is that what you kind of want people to get right, is the way to run, the way to stretch?
It's huge. It's such an important piece. Most people don't recognize that being a very good mover is the foundation to everything else. A lot of people want to put fitness on top of a broken foundation. So they might have faulty movement patterns. A lot of people try to work through injuries, not recognizing that that one injury could delay them from their long-term goal, you know, as much as 6 months, depending on what's going on. So we focus a lot on trying to teach athletes and adults first how to identify those issues, and then we work with them hand in hand on how to correct them, and all of that goes in hand with training them for year-round competition. So if an athlete is an in-season, they're going to train differently than an athlete who is off-season, and it's the same concept. We're always trying to fix those, what we look at as imbalances or asymmetries.
Okay, one more time, we want to let people know they can sign up. It is this weekend at Dublin Kaufman Park. You can go to the website that's up on our screen right now to register, and there's really no reason not to do it, right? It's a free event. Come on out.
Free event.
You get some great information from that.
We're going to have a lot of fun, too. We got so many good things planned.
And no doubt. Yeah. All right, I want to thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for having us.